This is G.I. Kyle. When I'm not taking shirtless selfies on Instagram and drinking White Claw while having hot sex with my wife Karen and making truck videos, I like to listen to the shows on VRS, Veteran Radio Syndicate, your home for the best quality veteran entertainment.
The recognized symbol of excellence in online entertainment.
Welcome, friends and family, pogues and operators, and others of Sports Church. We gather together to worship at the altar of competition where grown men and women drive around in circles, beat the shit out of each other, and play with ball. All right, I'm your host, John Kerming, a.k.a. Minnie. I'm a United States Marine Corps veteran. 2311 was my MOS, IOACE. I'm a card-carrying member of the E4 Mafia, allegedly. And I'm OG of the Veteran Radio Syndicate. So the regular crew is all together here today. We got Poop, Pops, and Pterodactyl. What's going on? How's everybody doing? What's new? What's happening?
What is up? How you doing, Playboy?
I'm all right, man. I'm all right. Watched a little racing today and had a fun show last night on the bar. And yeah, it's been an okay weekend.
Yeah, the bar was super fun.
Yeah, it was a good time last night for sure. Good time.
I didn't get to see any of the bar because I was busy myself, but I did see the memes in the chat. You guys talk about those memes. You had a bunch of Canadian trucker memes in there.
Yeah, we did.
You guys had a blast with that, huh?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And I already got some new. I already got some new ones for this next week that I put in there today.
Yeah, and I mean, we went over and discussed the, how Justin Trudeau is absolutely not Fidel Castro's son. We went over that a little bit. Yeah. So
Justin Castro
talked a little bit about Biden. So.
How can that be good? Other than if you're picking on him.
Well, it's low-hanging fruit for sure.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, So it was all right, man. I had fun, and we had a great guest on last night. We didn't know we were gonna have until she was like, "Yeah, I'll jump on." We're like, "Okay." She's a fucking hoot, man. Oh my god, she's funny as fuck. She's gonna do her own show and. She's gonna do well. She's got the fearless attitude for it for sure.
Yeah.
I
had one of the other people that was gonna do the show with her texting me today, like, "Oh, what time are you guys thinking of having us on?" I'm like, "I don't know. Kiana's talking to Minnie about that."
We've been talking today. We'll talk a little bit more tomorrow, but probably gonna be Mondays. Whatever time's good for them. If it's 7 or 8 or 9, whatever, just around that time after dinner. But it'd be a good time to do it. So, how's everybody's Super Bowl hangover?
Well, I don't know that most people will ever get over that finish. That was crazy.
Well, not anybody in Cincinnati for sure. Holy shit, I was livid. Oh, God, I was so mad.
It was so sweet.
Oh,
so sweet.
You're from the Midwest, bro. How can you ever root for a team from LA?
So sweet.
Because
I had it. Because I got it. Because it's all about the gambling, baby. I had the middle. I got the Cincinnati money line and the point spread, and I middled it. Yeah. So sweet.
So did I, didn't I?
No, you went over.
Did I go over? I always
go
over.
Everybody was over except for me.
Oh, yeah? Okay. I got the points, though, right? Because I took Cincinnati.
Yeah, if you took Cincinnati, then you won by the points. So.
Okay.
Toot.
Yeah, Mr. Never bet the under over here, tooting his horn because he went for the fucking under.
You actually went for the under, Pook?
I don't know. Did he? I don't know if he did.
I don't remember. You got that sheet. I got the other one with the prop bets.
Yeah, I don't remember which one I took.
I got the prop. You want to go over the props?
Yeah, we'll get to it in a second.
All right, you let me know when you're ready, big boy.
No, I took. Oh no! Wait, that was Kansas City. Shit, never mind. That was the game. That wasn't even the Super Bowl. I didn't even write it down. But if you said I take the over, I probably believe you because the genius over here just never bet the under. Boring.
Yeah, well, during the show, you were complaining because you missed the over under.
Statistically, that's not what you do.
Yeah.
Statistically, you barely bet the under more often by fractions.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
By fractions. Yeah, it doesn't. You know, they get you on juice though. So I mean, it's not like you're going to beat the casino just consistently betting under because you have to pay a commission on every bet.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're not going to beat the commission just playing the under, but you're going to hit more often by fraction.
Oh my God! All right, so yeah, let's get in that. I shared a show out here. Oh,
Share the show. Share the show. Share the show. Get that show out there. Share that show.
all right, go ahead.
So, yeah.
Okay, you remember it was J-Dub, the Redneck Pimp King, Mini. Pops, were you on the show? Were you there last week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How come I don't have none of yours recorded?
No idea.
Jesus.
I guess you didn't think I was going to win, so you just took the brother to write it down.
You did. You guessed it. You remember doing total TDs, 2.5 over under for Cincinnati. You remember giving me that? You remember that?
No, it was 4.5.
Yeah.
4.5 was a point spread.
Right.
But you remember doing props with me? I don't think you. Maybe you joined the show late or something. Did you do the props with us? The prop bets. First scoring.
Apparently not.
First scoring play.
No,
you never did that, right?
Oh,
you
no,
never.
you
I
weren't.
see.
No, you weren't
I'm
there.
completely.
You were at the
I'm completely.
hospital.
See. I'm completely vindicated. Vindicated. You came after the Pook and you were wrong.
The Pook has been vindicated.
All right, so it was the Redneck Pimp, Mini, J-Dub, T, and me.
Yeah.
And we did total TDs for Cincinnati over or under 2.5. Redneck got it wrong. He said over.
Yeah.
Mini got it wrong. He said over. J-Dub got it wrong. He said over. T got it wrong. He said over. Pook was wrong. He said over. Everyone got that question wrong.
Wow. What was it again?
Total of touchdowns.
Okay.
Which
2.5.
remember, if you're getting your advice from us, you get what you pay for.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
LA's
You'll get
total.
nothing like it.
All right. LA's total. Over under 3.5 TDs. Mini said under. Ding, 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 ding. He was correct. J-Dub said over. T said over. Pook said under. Ding, 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 ding. Redneck Pimp said over. All right. So now we got Pook and Mini tied in the lead right now for 1.
Woo!
Woo-hoo! First scoring play, field goal, touchdown, safety, whatever. J-Dub said field goal. Redneck said TD. Ding, ding. Mini said TD. Ding, ding, ding. T said TD. Ding, ding, ding. Pook came in with a TD. Bing, bing, bing. So now we have Mini and Pook in the lead with +2, the Redneck with +1, and T +1. Joe Burrows, over or under 24.5 completions. It actually went 22 completions. It went under.
Uh-oh.
Redneck Pimp, over. Mini, over. J-Dub, over. T, over. Pook, ding, 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 ding. Pook's in the lead. Pook, +3. Mini, +2. Redneck, +1. And T, +1.
I got a feeling Pook won this. Anybody else?
Why else would he have the list?
I know, right?
Stafford's completions over 24.5. Redneck said over. Ding, ding, ding. Minnie said over. Ding, 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 ding. J-Dub said over. Ding, 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 ding. Pook said under.
Did you say
T
under?
said. Pook said under.
Oh.
T said over. Ding, 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 ding. So Pook is now +3, Minnie +3, J-Dub +1, and T +2, followed up by Redneck +2. All right.
T, you got to get a copy of the buzzer from the hockey game.
Yeah, he does. Longest completion from Joe Burrows, 24.5 yards. Minnie said over. Ding, ding. J-Dub said over. Ding, ding. Redneck said over. Ding, ding. T said over. Ding, ding. Pook said under. Wah, wah, wah. Minnie is now in the lead. Minnie is +4. Pook is +3. J-Dub, T is +3. And the Redneck is +3. Followed up by J-Dub +2.
All right.
How many did we do?
We're almost to the end. We're getting there. Stafford over 38.5 yards passing. Stafford's longest pass over or under 38.5 yards. That's how you say that. J-Dub said under. Ding, ding, ding. Redneck said under. Ding, 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 ding. T said over. Pook said over. Minnie said under. Ding, 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 ding.
Wow.
His longest pass was 22 yards.
Yeah.
And Minnie now is a +5. Redneck is now +4. J-Dub is +3. Pook is +3, and T is +3. Longest rush for Joe Mixon, over or under 13.5 yards. He actually ran for 14 yards in one play, and that was his longest play of the game. Minnie, you said over. Ding, ding, ding. J-Dub said over. Ding, ding, ding. Redneck said over. Ding, ding, ding. T said over. Ding, ding, ding. And Pook said under. Wah, 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 wah. Minnie is now +6. The Redneck is now +5. J-Dub is now +4. T is now +4. And the Pook is now +3.
Pook, how are you going to pull this out, Gibby guy?
Yeah.
Man, it's not happening this time.
Uh-oh.
Cam Akers, longest run, 13.5. He actually ran for 15 yards in one play.
I know I got this one.
Yep. Minnie. Yep, under. Minnie went under. J-Dub went over. Ding, 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 ding. Redneck went over. Ding, 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 ding. He went under. Pook went under.
I tried to add the goal horn. You guys can't hear it?
Nope.
Yeah. Minnie and Redneck tied for 6. J-Dub +5, P +4, and the Pook is sucking hind tit +3. Kickers. Matt Gay. Over or under 7.5 points. He actually kicked for 5 points. So Minnie took the over. J-Dub took the over. Redneck took the over. He took the over. Pook fought back. Pook fought back. Ding, 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 ding. So, Minnie still has 6. Redneck still has 6. J-Dub still has +4. T has +4, but now I'm tied, sucking hind tit with T, +4. Evan McPherson, over or under 7.5. He went under as well. Minnie, you had him going over. J-Dub had him going over. Redneck had him going over. The Pook had him going over. And the only one that had him going under was T. And that kept T from sucking hind tit. So it ended.
Copyrighted music.
Oh,
Yeah, what are you doing, dude?
I was doing the goal horn.
Apparently not.
Minnie +6 is tied with the Redneck. We have to have something. We have to have some kind of tiebreaker. We didn't do a tiebreaker. We'll have to have you guys do something.
Okay.
So there has to be some kind of tiebreaker. J-Dub is tied up with T for 5, and I freaking got my ass kicked. I started out pretty good, though, against you guys.
Yeah, you did.
On fire, man.
Yeah, those are fun, man. Prop bets are fun. There's no way to make real money off of them, but I mean, unless you just try to hit the lottery. But they're fun. You know, they make watching the game even more interesting, especially for like the casual NFL viewer or the person who just.
Hey, Pook, how do they pay on those bets? Those pro bets.
Most of them were really close money lines. Like you'd see like -113 a lot, or you might see like one that was plus 105 and another one that's -120 or something. You know, it's real close money lines for the most part. Those were all like close to coin flip bets.
Yeah.
Those over-unders.
They're fun though. I enjoyed it. Any other thoughts on the Super Bowl, Pook? Or anybody? I mean,
man, I was smashed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was playing poker.
Over under on whether those officials will ever be back.
I'll take the under. Well, depending on how you set it, they're not coming back. They're never doing a Super Bowl again. It was terrible. It was. They shouldn't fucking. You hate it when they help determine a game. You know what I mean? You never ever want that. And
I mean, they let everybody play loosey goosey all the way through the game except for the last 2 minutes.
Yeah. And so I can't wait for the USFL, which starts April 6th, I believe.
Who owns USFL now?
I don't know. A bunch of people who don't like the NFL.
You're not going to watch that.
I'm going to watch it.
I don't believe you.
Okay.
I don't know. It'll probably be like every other league. It'll have a huge like opening weekend, and then the viewership will die off.
I mean, they might get lucky this year, though. They might get lucky because baseball. Here's your MLB report. It is in deep. Nothing. They had a meeting this week, and it lasted 15 minutes. So, you tell me if that's good or not. They refused federal arbitration. I'll stick to my guns, and hopefully, the worse it gets, the better chance you have at a breakthrough. Because nobody wants. We need baseball. We need sports. We need the distraction. There's too much, especially now. There's just too much bullshit going on in the fucking world. You need that. You know, I need my 3 hours a day. Damn it, and I have to come up with excuses with my wife to pay the $135 for the MLB extra innings package so I can watch the Cubs whenever I want.
They're what, 100,000, 125,000 away from beginning salaries.
Yeah.
I mean,
just figure it out. You know, I mean, just get Wayne in there, like figure it out. Just figure it out. Like, it's terrible, but like I said, hopefully the worse it gets, the closer it gets, they get a deal done. I mean, shit, if I was, my webcam just went Looney Tunes.
Yeah, it's got all blurry.
I'm the president of the United States. You can't turn down my phone call. I call both those dudes up. Like, all right, come over to the house. We're gonna have some beers. We're gonna have some cigars. I'll get some hookers. Hunter will get some blow. And we'll.
He's got the hook up there.
Nobody's leaving until we get this done, you know? And you put a gun to their head, basically. It's, look, I will fucking walk to Congress and rip your antitrust away. I'll tell them, just rip it. And while he can
Hunter's pulling out of his private stock.
Yeah. I mean, seriously, look, get involved. It's a national pastime, for Christ's sake. Just get involved. And just, hey, put them down, put a gun to their head. And, yeah. Chris says, "Hey, Bryce, what's going on? How you doing, brother? Sorry, I don't know how long you've been in there. I just noticed the comment."
That's my brother-in-law.
What's up, man?
Sister.
Thanks for joining.
Well, we're sorry, Bruce. Or Bryce.
Chris, supposed to be every day this week. Yeah, it's supposed to. I'm optimistic they get something done. I really am. But because why wouldn't I be? I want to see some baseball here spring. But there's a lot of shit being thrown back and forth. Like, for instance, MLB went ahead and went and delayed the start of spring training. The MLBPA, which is the union, said they didn't have to do that. Okay. Because pitchers and catchers are supposed to report here in 8 days.
It was 8 days ago, wasn't it?
Well, it
Yeah,
was 8
they
days
were
ago.
supposed to be there already.
All right.
I know. I listened to a radio station out of Arizona when I'm at work, and they're talking about the money they're losing because spring training isn't going on yet.
Oh, sure. Absolutely. Hey, Max and the players are having an out-of-season all-star game, I guess. Short, nice. Bill says, "Good day, all you female sex organs." Can't believe he got in trouble.
Hey, wait a minute. We were supposed to go to the All-Star game, aren't we?
Field of Dreams game we're going to try and get
That's right.
tickets for, or not tickets, but press passes for. I actually got to get on George about that, but I kind of delayed it because I don't know what the fuck's going on. Yeah, that would be a dream to go to that, but hopefully they get it going there. I don't know. But back to the football. That's my MLB report because there's really nothing else to freaking talk about. Richie, what's going on? Richie, you need to jump on, man. We got to figure out a tiebreaker. Me and you tied for the prop bets at 6 apiece. So how many total did we do? Like 10? Pook.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. Let me take a look.
Get that list out.
Yeah, I got it.
You and that electric lettuce, man.
Electric lettuce. All right. 1, 2.
Can you get to 11?
You can if he takes his pants down.
What?
4, 5, 6.
Welcome to Math with Marines. And we
7.
didn't even
I
use
have a
crayons.
number. 8,
Richie, it's in the sports church
9,
chat.
10. Yeah, 10. Yeah, man. Yeah,
He didn't have to expose himself.
I like the count from Sesame Street. Get back. You don't want none of that. 10.
All right.
Jesus.
What a crew. What a crew.
Oh, man.
So I mean, I don't know. Let's go ahead and since we'll get to the Daytona 500 start of auto racing season here in a second for sure. But who's your favorites going into next year?
Is what?
Who are your favorites going into next year for the Super Bowl? Well, this year technically, but next season, if you will. How about that?
We don't even know if Georgia's player is going to play.
If what?
Georgia's player is going to play anymore.
What are you talking about? Whose players?
Georgia's quarterback.
Oh, Tom Brady?
Yeah.
I don't know. I doubt it. I think once he called it, I think it's over with.
And the denial rumor started the day afterwards.
Yeah, but of course.
And then it is Aaron Rodgers going to play, and if he's going to play, where's he going to play?
I think he's going to be in Green Bay. I think he's just negotiating hard. I really do. Look, you got 1 year in college. Where are you going to go? You fuck. Where are you going to go? Indianapolis?
I don't know. Who knows with this guy?
Why are you going to leave? I mean, I don't think he's going anywhere. I think he's going to finish out his year and see where he's at. Look, this 2 times you've been almost there in the Super Bowl. So I don't know, but there's a lot of problems with the Packers. So as far as salary cap issues, I mean, they're not as buried as the Saints are, but they're
what, 400,000 over?
I don't know. They're over. They're gonna be over. They're not like 72 million in the hole like the Saints are, but sorry, New Orleans, you're gonna suck for the next 3 years, bad. But you're high up on the draft round, so you keep that GM in there, you might be okay in 4 years. You might go back to the Super Bowl. Might find the next Drew Brees. Who knows?
Yeah. Where's Stafford gonna go?
What do you mean?
They said he was done.
Matthew Stafford?
Yeah.
He ain't going anywhere.
He was done before they got to the Super Bowl.
I don't remember this, but okay. But I don't think he's retired yet, and I don't think he will.
Where's he gonna go?
Just stay in LA. Where the fuck else would he go? He just won a fucking Super Bowl. Hey, I'm gonna go play for the Browns. No, he's gonna sign another 1 year deal or whatever the hell they're gonna do in LA. I didn't even know his contract was up.
Hey, Minnie, Richie's backstage.
Oh,
Just an
shit.
FYI.
My bad.
It's all good.
What's up? What's up, Pimp?
Well, there he is.
Whoa, what do we do?
You guys tied on your
When
prop
are you
bet.
tied?
Me and you tied on the prop bets, man. So we got to come up with a tiebreaker.
There's got to be some tiebreaker here.
What I don't know, Pook. What can we do, man? I mean, you're the kind of the arbiter of this, if you will.
Man, I don't know how I became the arbiter of any of this.
Gambling contributor. That's why. That's your that's your bio.
Well,
you MMA and gambling contributor.
Yep, that's it. You're solid.
Yeah,
all right. So okay. All right. Since
do we have
I'm
something in the future?
what's the next big event that you two are interested in? That's upcoming in the sports. Because we could just pick.
If it ever start, baseball.
How about who do you like in the Jorge Masvidal in the George Masvidal Colby Covington fight? Who do you like? You guys pick a champion. You can make this easy. You can settle the score.
I'd take Masvidal, for sure.
You want Colby? You're gonna have to pick.
Colby Cowboy coming in.
Nah, I don't know what they call him.
Crazy
MAGA guy.
MAGA guy. Yeah, he is that. So I'll take Jorge Masvidal for sure.
I don't know. I don't know either one of them.
Okay. All right. Well, that's not happening. We don't have that as a paper. How about this?
Why can't he picked the stuff that he didn't know anything about anyway? So why?
Yeah, I mean,
then pick redneck. What the heck?
Whoever wears black, I'm picking the black shorts guy. Whoever's got black shorts on.
The black shorts guy. Is he in the? No, he's not in the back.
I mean, that's about as shit, you know.
When's the first? Do they already have the Daytona 500?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what we do. We could pick which month that the baseball's going to start.
No, because it's going to start. It's going to start at the same time as it always does.
Okay, you pick, and then Redneck can pick another date, and who's ever closest wins the tiebreaker. That's how this works.
Are we playing like? I'm fine with that. I think
your date's on time. What's your date, Pimp?
Let me see, what is today? Today's 20th.
Yeah.
So February.
What's up, Michael Farley?
I think, and I don't think they'll start till March. I'll go March 22nd.
All right, Pimp. I think you're the winner, and the reason I think you're the winner.
Oh, we started the start of the season.
Yeah.
They're going to start April 1st, like they do all the time. Or they're going to start.
That's what I'm talking about when the pitchers and catchers report.
Oh no! I'm
No, they're not. This season ain't going to start until probably.
Okay, I
May.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's May.
You're saying that the season's going to start on time, April 1st, and you're saying, hey, no.
It's not.
Me's saying April 1st, those are going to start, and the Pimp is saying that not till May.
Not to May.
Is it closest without going over? Are we playing
it's
Price is Right rules?
It's closest.
I say closest to closest.
Okay.
I say you pick a date and he picks a date, and who's ever closest to that date is the winner. Either way, over, going under, whatever.
I'll go May 5th. By May 5th.
All right, that's my mother's birthday.
Hey, good lady.
You know what? You said May?
Yeah.
May 5th.
Dude, I'm going. No, I'm going April. I'm going April 1st. April 1st.
All right.
Why do that? Why don't you go May 4th? You got a better shot at it there.
We'll see.
I
think April 1st.
I've got no faith in them.
See, here's the thing. If they get it done,
then good.
Then they go. Look, it doesn't mean the pitchers or catchers report And then and 2 weeks later, no, they'll jam it all together to make sure the season starts on time. So I'm going April 1st. I mean, technically it starts the day before, but
Right.
because there's always like a game or like a couple international games, the day before, which is stupid. But got to make that money, got to make that paper, son.
Get back.
So yeah, I'm sticking to my guns, man. April 1st could be a fool. Could be a fool, wishful thinking, but
it could be the other way for me, It could be the other way for me. I could think a lot less of them. I don't think they're going to get this done, really. I'm thinking May 5th is a stretch. They don't trust each other. They don't trust each other, so I mean, I don't know.
They never do. It's management and labor. When the fuck does it ever? When do you ever trust each other?
Yeah.
It would be nice to have financial reports on all the players because it'd be nice to see how many players can't afford a week out without pay.
They make millions of dollars. I mean, come on.
Probably
That's what I'm getting at.
Well, probably
too
more.
many of them spend $1,001 a day. So
probably more than you think. Because look, it's just like the NFL. You get, you get your game check.
Yep.
And so your salary is divided out of 162 games. I don't know how the spring training and everything works, but
look, if everyone would just listen to Herm Edwards, they'd be fine.
Yeah. Talking about the money thing, the money issue. Yeah.
They could go like a year without playing ball at least or more. It'd be all right. Okay.
No, that sucks.
No, but I'm just saying they'd have to listen to Herm Edwards. So who does that? None of them guys. Herm Edwards probably listen to Herm Edwards.
Right.
Yeah. You play to win the game. Yeah.
Angry
you
yelling.
play to win the game. Yeah.
Got Herm Edwards.
Yeah. Well,
moving on.
Moving right along.
We had some auto racing today. We had the start of the NASCAR season, the Daytona 500. If you've never been, I highly recommend going. Even if I've never go to a race. Everybody I've taken to a race that's never been has had a blast. Like, it's just for the people watching alone. Yeah. Like, I have memories seared into my brain that are never going away. Like, I got tickets to go to the Brickyard 400, first turn infield bleachers, great seats. And I'll never forget one of the things that stuck in my mind was a whiskey tango with a wife beater, hat turned backwards, drinking a tall boy Coors Light. 5 feet behind him was his wife, pregnant to the gills, with a kid on one hand, carrying a big ass cooler full, I'm guessing, beer and ice, in front of the whole first turn infield stadium or infield bleachers. And every person's just doing this. What the fuck?
Coors Light. Who does that? Who's got a case of diet water? Come on.
I got out of the bleachers, smoked a cigarette, and turned, and here's this big ass moo cow. I mean, she's been chowing down Culver's 3 times a day, 365 a week. Huge. Just reaching in her, pulls up behind her summer dress. Why a woman that big wears a summer dress down? And just digging in her crack, scratching her ass for the whole freaking whole straightaway in the front line for everybody to see. Like, just. But I mean, it's still a good time. It was great.
Was it really a summer dress or was it a tarp?
Well, technically speaking, probably both. D? Was D the answer? Yeah. But it's great times, man. It's fun. And so we had that kickoff today, the start of the season. So Pops, that's leads you into that. Let's talk about the Daytona 500 start of NASCAR, start of racing season.
There are 2 things that bother me about Daytona is, number one, it's a crash fest.
Well, sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. I think I put it on the Facebook, I think I put it on our page. It's a T-shirt that Kyle Busch had made up. The most expensive day in racing. Yeah, is Daytona, simply because they crash so bad. Is Redneck here? Coming in back. There he is. Anyway,
he's on his phone. He's got that Kansas City reception.
It's here today going.
They had the duels on Thursday evening,
Yeah.
And I thought maybe, I wasn't sure, but I thought maybe the new car, the Gen, whatever Gen is now, is now a totally synthetic car. It's made out of carbon fiber and all that crazy stuff. And the teams can't do anything to them. We give you the car and you run it just like it is. And so I thought, well, maybe because the people can't screw with the cars, they aren't going to be crashing like they used to. And during the duels, they didn't crash. As a matter of fact, it came down to the second race, the last lap of the second race, 2 cars got involved. And that was it. That's a 2-car crash, which is unheard of at Daytona. So anyway, on Friday night, the truck started racing.
Yeah.
And the trucks, again, they've got away from the tin from a real car, and now they're the combination carbon fiber and rubber, I think, what it comes down to. But anyway,
okay.
They've got a new body on them, and so I thought, well, maybe they're going to get away with it. Well, that didn't happen. The truck got into the race, and they just destroyed a ton of trucks, a ton of them. And the neat part, not the neat part of the race, but the neat part is that a guy that I've been promoting, and I'd say he's got a great future, is Ty Majeski. And he finally got back into the race. Ty was hired by Jack Roush 4 years ago to drive in the Xfinity Series for him. And then Roush lost the sponsorship, so they just quit the series. And Ty was out on his own. He raced a couple, probably about 4 or 5 races in Xfinity, a couple truck races, never could get anything going. But anyway, last year, he took the year off and went to work for Thor Motorsports, which is a championship team. Johnny Sauter drove for him and won championships and so forth with him. He went to work for Thor Motorsports as an engineer. He just worked for them, and they said, "Look, when we got a sponsorship and we got room for you, we're going to put you in a car." So this year they got the sponsorship, they got the car together, and put him in the car. And they got Joe Sears Jr., which is Johnny Sauter's crew chief, to go work for Ty Majeski, and Ty's going to run the full season. And he went out and set the pole for the truck series.
Yeah,
which was pretty awesome. And he led the first, I think, 21 laps. I mean, he led it convincingly. He wasn't challenged. It was pretty neat. But then on the pit stops, he got screwed up, got back into the 21st spot, and sat there until they had a big wreck. And he moved from 21st spot all the way up to 7th spot, and that's where he finished. But the future is looking good for Ty Majeski. That's a name you want to look forward to in the future. Josh Bilicki was there. He didn't get eliminated in the race. He
did all right.
He raced in the Xfinity Series and the Cup Series too. So I don't know whether your company's sponsoring Bilicki again this year. Do you know?
I don't know if we got any races set up for him yet this year. He did come to our factory right before the season started and talk to us all there. So I'm sure we're gonna try to get even if it's just a minor sponsor on his car at some point. But yeah, we didn't have the big main paint scheme on Bilicki's car like we did last year. But that's all right. He's a good racer. Nice. Yeah, it would have been nice to get him in here.
A lot of the announcers really like him because he's a very personable young man.
Yeah, he's been kind of busy because he's with, I think, isn't he with a new team? He's with that Ziegler Motorsports team. And I know he was posting a lot of stuff from being out at their complex. So he got so busy with that, he didn't get a chance to come on our show at all yet. But as long as I'm talking to, I want to say hi to Stephanie. She's another one of my friends that I met through TMR, and she's friends with Kiana. She might be one of the ones that want to, if they do that show.
Nice.
Together. So
you know what was occupying my mind at the start of the Daytona 500?
What's that?
Going over the grid. I'll tell you, it wasn't a good feeling. It was freaking terrible, actually. So, and you hinted it a little bit in pre-show. So I see Austin Cindric, and I'm like, I know your dad. I know your dad when he was young. Holy shit, you're racing NASCAR? How fucking old am I now? Jesus Christ. And it got worse. I see Blaney. I'm like, I've had beers with your dad. And you're racing NASCAR now? Like, I had beers with your dad when he was your just, oh my God. And then it got worse again. I see Briscoe. I'm like, I know Ryan. No, it's his son, Chase. I'm like, shit. Like, God, how fucking old am I? And I'm looking, I remember Martin Truex was a baby. He's a veteran now. Like, I mean, like a grizzled veteran. Like, oh my God. And just, I mean, by the way, did anybody hook up a, like, air pump to Kurt Busch? Because his face, like, exploded. Like, what the fuck are you eating, bro, that you only got fat in your face? Like, what is that all about? Jesus Christ. David Reagan, Austin Dillon was a baby, and for whatever fucking reason, the 1997 Formula One champion, 1995 IndyCar champion, well, Indy 500 champion. I don't know if he won the IndyCar series. I think he might have done that too.
Who are you talking about?
Jacques Villeneuve.
Oh yeah, he won the Champ Car series when it was kart.
Yeah,
he was series champion there.
And he won. What the hell's he doing at Daytona?
He liked to race.
Oh, all right.
And he had a couple guys say, "Hey, we got a sponsor for you. You want to run?" The same way Al Unser ran it. The same way. You know, it's just a deal where, yeah, you want to race? We got some money. We'll get you going. And that's exactly what it says. Look what Jock does. He is a racer. Yeah. And he's got a chance to do it, so he's going to. And he goes out to have fun. He's not out there to make money. He's out there to have fun.
I wonder how much fun he had spinning out in pit lane.
Yeah, well, he didn't have much fun.
The
problem is that he and one other guy, Greg Biffle, had 30 days to put their deals together.
Oh yeah.
That's how much time they had. They had no cars. Now think about this. They had no cars 33 days ago.
Yeah.
and they put together a race.
That's awesome.
I mean, it was neat to see Biffle in there too. That was
Yeah. It was great, but I mean, I just like, oh my God, I used to drink beers with your dad. You weren't even alive, you fuck, and now you're racing in NASCAR. Jesus Christ, I'm old. Fuck! Like, it's crazy. They should have done they should have put a lot more into this segment, and they didn't. But you could do a whole hour on Tony Stewart's temper tantrums.
They did.
No, they did like 3 minutes.
No, it was not even 3 minutes. Well, maybe it was.
That segment was not very long.
I was falling out of my chair.
Oh, I remember.
No, that would have been classic. Yeah,
I remember all of them. They still didn't put the tank one in there though. They must be pretty embarrassed about that one. No shit, not kidding. 100% the truth. It's out there somewhere. You can find it. They had, I can't remember what track it was, but I think it was mid to late part of the season, and rain delay, and it's going to be short but intense rain delay. So they decided to stay on air and improvise, and they send their pit reporters out, and they always have like backup stories to run and shit like that in case they need to fill some airtime. But they send out the reporters, and they go into Tony's trailer, and Tony's playing poker with his buddies. And then, you want to introduce me to your friends? And he starts rattling off, this is Billy Joe, this is Bob, this is Frank, that's Taint. And I'm like, wait, what? What did he say? He just said Taint live on air. Nobody caught it. Nobody had their finger on the Richard Pryor button for some reason, which is who that delay was invented for, by the way. That's why I call it the Richard Pryor button. And I'm like, and then they put that one in there. But they had a lot of him cussing and throwing temper tantrums, and my favorite is still the I'd wreck my mom to win a championship, and then hell, I'd wreck your mom to win a championship. I'm like, you're drifting into territory you want to go to, Tony. But
how many people did he hit?
Yeah, he hit as many as he needed to.
He hit quite a few people, so I wouldn't doubt him.
Yeah, well, he actually hit somebody in real life and killed him.
Yeah.
He had a photographer in Indianapolis.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. He punched a photographer. Yep.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, with the car.
The photographer had it coming. The dumb shit. And the photographer had the greatest shot.
Yeah.
And he didn't take it. He wanted a picture of Tony. The shot was take a picture of all the media running after Tony.
Yeah.
Tony's running away from the media, trying to get away from him. He didn't want to do an interview. This guy stepped in front of Tony. And all they had to do was stand there right there and take a picture of Tony running and it was 25 media people chasing him. And Tony just reached out, not even to reach out. He put his arm out like he's going to block him, and he missed the block and hit him with the part of his fist. And he ended up apologizing to that photographer.
Okay. Then he hit somebody. He takes his car and hits people. So I mean, he's all right. If he said if he hit your mom, I'd watch him. Trust him when he said it. If I'll hit your mom, I bet you will. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hey, I asked Tony. Now you got to remember, Tony was in NASCAR, and he has a background in Indy racing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Tony shows up at Indianapolis during qualifying for the 500. And there's rumors that they've got a car set aside for him. And the whole Indianapolis 500 stadium is going crazy. And now all of a sudden there's a car pulled out onto the starting line in the pits that's supposedly set aside for Tony Stewart. Now all of a sudden somebody sees Tony Stewart walk down to that car. Oh shit, here we go. So we all pile out of the media center, go running down there. Tony never gets in the car. Turns around and starts walking back to the garage. And I have to ask him the question, Tony, any chance we can get you to stop into the media center? And without batting an eye, he looks me straight in the eye and says, fuck you. and wait a minute, it gets better.
What do you say?
Anything else you want to know, and then walks off. I mean, and it was perfect. It turned out there was a conflict because it was a Toyota powered car, and he was with Chevy at the time. The manufacturer had a problem. So anyway, that eliminated Tony's shot at the Indianapolis 500 that year. But it was neat. He was all dressed. He was ready to go. They had already fitted a seat for him, and then they ran into the sponsor problems. So that was well. But Tony is such a classic dude.
Yeah, he's old school, man, and it's kind of, I think I was trying to figure out why I stopped watching NASCAR religiously like I used to. And I think part of it is that it's not that all the guys I grew up with and that I met are out of the sport,
right?
And their sons are now running. That's not it, because baseball's like that for me. I'm at that age. Basketball, whatever, football, same thing. But I just think the characters aren't there anymore. It has become so bourgeois, so posh because of all the money in it, that you don't have the Cale Yarboroughs and Bobby Allisons beating the shit out of each other in the infield. You don't have guys wrecking each other out of spite. You don't have, fights in the pit lane. You don't have any of some people call it barbaric shit, but I mean, that's what I grew up watching NASCAR. Yeah. That's what NASCAR was. And there was a lot of camaraderie too. There was, you had the Alabama gang, and you had all these crews and whatnot. And you had old school tough as nail bastards, Harry Gant, Richard Petty, Dale Earnhardt, Rudd,
Dick Trickle.
Yeah. Who, if you watch enough of his races on yellows, you can see smoke coming out of the car, and it ain't the car smoking; it's fucking him smoking a cigarette.
I was working at Channel 18 at the time that happened, and I had a twice a week motorsports report, and I was trying to find out what team he was going to go to, and there was all kind of rumors, but no one would confirm anything. And I mean, I even talked to Trickle. I said, yeah, I'm driving, but I ain't going to tell you who. I go, well, come on. And so I finally got to talk to a bunch of the crew chiefs that I thought he possibly could go to. And I finally got one to admit that he had bought some accessories for the car, which included a cigarette lighter. and so I announced that Trickle was going to this team. And I had that was the announcement for Trickle that he was going to that team. So that was fun though.
But you see what I'm saying? Like it's fallen away for me, and I don't know if I need to pay more attention, Pops, and just watch more races and get into it. But I don't. I know everything changes, everything evolves. But I think one of the things that made NASCAR a breed apart from IndyCar was always bourgeois. Formula One always bourgeois, always very posh. Ooh. But NASCAR was just a bunch of good old boys racing souped up cars and crashing into each other. And I don't like it. I'm not the psychopath that watches racing for the crashes. Those people are fucking sick fucks. All right. I've lost friends. Dan's lost. Pops has lost friends, associates, acquaintances, whatever you want to call them. And it's terrible. But
Minnie,
there's no character in it anymore. It's just a bunch of. Half the field looks like a bunch of kids who had to have their mom sign the permission slip for them to freaking race the race today.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
I'm like, dude, you can't even drink a beer, and you're driving a car at 187 miles an hour for 3 hours.
Can you wipe your own ass? Can you wipe your own ass?
Then they get out. They get out later and they put on their high school Letterman jacket.
Yes.
That says racing on it.
Yes. Like,
hey, you know what? 10 years from now, these guys are going to be all freaking. I mean, this turnover happens, man. These guys are going to be.
It's not just a turnover.
They'll be grizzled and old in 10 years, man.
It's an attitude change.
I think you're right, Manny, because I haven't watched this since 2010. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you one driver left anymore.
Trying to tell me
quite a few, but it's their sons.
So you're trying to tell me that what you're trying to say is NASCAR's for pussies and faggots?
No. I just fell away from it. I used to watch it all the time. Just fell away.
I used to since like basketball. I used to be obsessed with basketball.
Did that
Me too.
With Earnhardt death?
You know what? That could, for me, yeah. When Earnhardt died, and then Little Lee and Jeff Gordon kind of got old, I kind of quit.
Yeah.
I think Tony was one of the last ones like that.
Really, after Gordon, it really mellowed out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't even like Gordon. I just want to root against him.
So basically,
most people were just rooting against Jeff.
Yeah.
NASCAR could use some personality.
The reason why I love him is that I watched him come up in midgets. And
okay.
Watched him at Sun Prairie.
Yeah, I was. That's the racetrack. I was telling the story to my wife today about how I almost had to crack a dude with a camera pod or stand,
tripod,
just a rod, because he was threatening Dad and Jeff Gordon. Now Jeff Gordon's like 5'1", all right.
Yeah.
Not really, but he's a short dude, all right? He's
not
a little big
guy.
man. Not at all. I'm bigger than him, and I'm 16 years old, all right? That's insane. And I'm just standing here like, if this guy moves, I'm going to crack him. And my dad's looking at me like, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to hit him.
Yeah,
like,
hell yeah.
And I'm like, I'm a minor. What's going to happen? That was Sun Prairie, Wisconsin. And Jeff Gordon was... Well, but you know what the funny thing was? Is he was like 5'1", he was like 18 years old, but he had a full mustache. I'm like, what the shit's going on with this guy?
The mustache looked like a caterpillar.
Yeah, it was bad. It was
a
bad.
terrible looking mustache.
Yeah, it was bad. Thank God.
He was a good. Now you got to get the whole story. He shows up at Sun Prairie, Wisconsin, to drive a midget race, and the team he's driving for is got two cars: a pavement car and a dirt car. He gets up there and qualifies in like the top 5. He goes out in the fast dash, and in the first turn, he flips the thing 5 times, bounces off the wall, and they pick it up and put him back into the pit. They immediately start taking parts off of the dirt car and start putting the parts on the pavement car. because he says he's going to race the feature. He gets into the feature car, which is actually the pavement car, with all the parts from the dirt car. Starts at the back of the C main, moves all the way up to the top two, so he's now on the B main. Start to the back of the B main, and these are 20-car fields, so he's got to pass 18 guys to get to the transfer position. Gets up to the second position in the B main, so now he's in the feature. By the 17th lap, he's in the lead of the feature event. Unfortunately, it's a 50-lap event, and on lap 28, he blows the engine up. But this kid was awesome. Yeah. He raced with Stan Fox one night there, and I mean, they did not get through a turn without one of them beating and banging on each other, knocking them out of the way. And this went on for I think it was a 25-lap race that night. And I mean, when they got to the pits after the race, there was not a round wheel on the car. They had just thoroughly busted them up. So here they are. John's doing the interview with me, and this is one where the guy was John thought he was going to have to defend me. It really came down to it. I'm asking Jeff Gordon. I said, "You guys got kind of raunchy out there, didn't you?" And he goes, "No, we didn't touch, did we?" And then I panned down, and I swear he had square wheels on that car. I mean, there was nothing left of these cars. They had fun, and I think Gordon won that right. And Danny finished second, but anyway,
I think so. Yeah.
But Jeff was a good kid.
Yeah.
But he I don't know. You watched him today on the show.
Yeah, he was good.
He's turned around. He's a lot different than he was back in the early days.
He's loosened up, I think, a little bit more, and I would love to see him and Tony in the booth by themselves, just talking shit.
Yeah,
because they had at it. I mean, there's so many stories about you brought up Stanley. I mean, holy Christ, we could do a whole freaking 2 hours on just Stan Fox. A lot of people may never have heard his name, but I assure you, there's a lot of false stories about that man. There's a lot of true stories. One of them is he walked the entire Sled-Runner lanes in Greenfield, Wisconsin, 52 lanes from one end of the bowling alley to the other on his fucking hands, drunk as a monkey. That's what no power steering and racing all the time does to your arms. Like he was a lunatic. Unfortunately, he passed away in a wreck, of course, which a lot of my favorite drivers, unfortunately.
Yeah, that was while just a couple of weeks ago we lost Kevin Olson. Kevin was part of the Have At It Racers team. That was Kevin Olson, Stan Fox, Tim Pangborn, and I can't remember the other guy. But anyway, these guys would travel the country racing, and honest to God, they all carried tubes of liquid shoe polish, and they would put their sponsor for the week in shoe polish on their car. And they would obtain the sponsors while they're driving to town where the race was being held, and they would take alternate sides of the street and just walk down the street till they found the sponsor, and then they would go paint it on their car, and that's who sponsored them that week.
Oh, that's great.
They were crazy.
So, Cedric, what'd you think of the race, Pops, overall today? I mean, it started the season. It's they say it's the biggest race of the year. I disagree, but it's just huge because it's such a long race.
It's the biggest race of the year because it's owned by NASCAR at a NASCAR track.
Yeah, it's a little bit of self.
So anyway, but I mean, they do have the largest attendance and the biggest sponsorships and all that. So it is probably their biggest race of the year, simply because it starts the season.
Yeah.
So you start the season by running the biggest race of the year, which is kind of insane. But that's the way NASCAR's been, and that's the way it probably always will be.
Yeah.
The week started off with the duels on Thursday night, which were pretty interesting duels, and it was pretty clean racing, to be perfectly honest with you. Then it went to the trucks, and the trucks were decent racing, but they did have the big crash in there. The people of note in there were basically time as yesterday. I told you about Haley Deegan, which I've shown on the program a couple times.
Yeah,
very attractive young lady. And then Johnny Sauter was there too. Johnny didn't finish real well. He was 46 laps off the pace. But the difference is that under Racing Now today, there were 19 trucks on the lead lap, which is unusual for a truck race at Daytona.
Mm-hmm.
Normally they eliminate more than half the field. Went to the Xfinity Series, and AJ Allmendinger, and John, you probably remember AJ. AJ ran an IndyCar, was an awesome driver in IndyCar. Lost his ride in IndyCar, switched over to NASCAR, and has been there, brought in as a ringer for the road course races and so forth. He got to have pretty good records, so they started giving him a regular ride in Xfinity. And he has finished second in the Daytona 250 4 times. He can't win the damn thing. And on Saturday, he finished second again. So it's not been a good series for AJ Allmendinger. Let's see what else is in there. Sam Mayer from Wisconsin finished in Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s car in 30th spot. So that was someone to note from Wisconsin. And other than that, I like your hair, James.
Yeah, he looks happy tonight.
Yeah, he just had a bath. He's all clean.
Oh.
Yeah.
So fresh and so clean.
The beard with the tongs.
Do it again, big guy. Do it again. Wow. But anyway.
Oh, dude, what's with your farting on me? Oh, dude. Bro.
Oh, let's change the subject. What do you think?
Farty McFartison over here. Jesus.
But anyway, you got Cindric. Again, it's kind of funny because this is his first year moving up into Cup cars, and he wins his first race out, which is pretty awesome. You know, the interesting thing, and this is something that really didn't get talked about in the TV show at all, is that on Saturday, NASCAR confiscated the wheels from Penske and RFK Racing.
Okay, why?
And because they said there was something wrong with them, and just went off with them and taken them back to the development business back in Charlotte. So Penske and RFK had to get all new wheels for the Daytona 500.
Hey, didn't we have a wheel actually disintegrate during the race?
No.
Yes.
He had because it wasn't fastened properly.
No. There was a second one.
There was.
Yes, and the
wheel
part of the inside part of the rim was still on the wheel group, whatever you want to call it, the brakes, everything. Yeah, there was another one. Look it up. I swear to God. And they literally said it just broke because now they're forged. And they said, they will break and disintegrate. Mike Joy. I remember Mike Joy talking about this. Yeah, it just disintegrated. And I'm like, well, that's bad. Why'd you go to do that? Like, what?
Yeah,
that's stupid.
I mean, we used to see that in ASA racing because they had the wide pipe wheels.
Yeah.
And they would break it at the rim. But let me look that up. NASCAR wheel.
Why did they take the tire wheel for though? What was the reasoning?
The reason was that they used to put it on with 5 lug nuts.
Yeah.
Now they're using just the center lug, 1 lug.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so I mean, it's basically way all of racing is gone. NASCAR was way behind the times. You look at IMSA, you look at IndyCar, you look at F1. Look at any of the major racing, they only have a center lug. And the reason being is that it's generally considered a much stronger wheel. However, if John's right, that would be wild to find out.
Yeah, because I remember the other one was the first one was because it wasn't tightened properly and it just ran the hell off, and they of course suspend the crew chief for 4 races, which is weird. But
that's all part of NASCAR's new rules. They've gone extremely crazy.
Yeah.
With rules as far as failures by the team, and four suspension for 4 races for a crew chief is outrageous. But
that's why we don't watch it no more.
They got to be tough. They got to be tough. When you screw up, you make a mistake, we're gonna punish you.
Yeah.
Okay. But it was like it was still, I believe it was still on the first stage when it happened.
Really?
Yeah. The thing just so you're done because you're just trolling. So have fun.
Well,
you're blocked.
There's
just so many comments being made.
I got tire failure.
What do you say?
Tire failure.
Just random
Wheel
stupid
falls
shit.
off with Sig's car, and Kyle Busch loses a wheel in the pit. So that don't count.
No.
All right, but wheel falls off Sig's car. We'll see what that is.
A crash for Ryan Sieg and caution out here at Texas Motor Speedway in a hard crash in Turin.
That's Texas Motor Speedway, so that's not it. No. But obviously, it's not in the search engines yet, so we'll have to look it up for next week.
All right, yeah, for sure. But yeah, anyways, so explain this to me. I heard something about, are they going to this? Do they have rear steering now? Like they have a certain amount of degrees of rear wheel steering, or is that in the future?
No, it's just it's an independent rear suspension.
Okay.
And they just have bars that locate them. But before, if one bar broke loose, it would just wobble back and forth. Right. Here, if the bar breaks loose, it just flops all the way to the back.
Okay.
So it's a much nicer system, but anytime you got more complications, when it goes wrong, it really goes wrong.
Sure.
And they went wrong today a couple times.
All right. So what else? So Tim Cedric kid won it. Where did Kyle Larson finish in there? That was the dude I've been rooting for.
Let me look it up. I had it here.
Dying.
Pook, you're killing me. I'm gonna have to go get a cigarette now. Fuck, you're smoking.
Smoky smoke.
Smokes.
Hey, what I was trying to be cute and funny, but what I was basically saying is, with the whole NASCAR thing, is it's not the same because they're not nearly as tough. They're not nearly as tough all the way around as a bunch of young guys. Is that what I don't grasp?
Yeah, it's gotten a little posh. It's gotten a little bourgeois. It's not what NASCAR was for. You think
the safety has a lot to do with that?
No.
Because before would attract reckless guys, the guys that don't even care.
Now it's easier. Now it's easier to wreck somebody and not hurt them. So
I agree. That is the big change. To be honest with you, you don't hurt people anymore when you wreck.
It's different. It's different when you're playing for keepers.
Exactly.
Yeah,
everything's different.
I mean,
these guys are going to be different. That's why you saw MFers chasing people in the pits and shit, because that's their damn life they're messing with.
Yeah.
Now it's like you wreck, who cares? It's like bumper cars.
A little bit.
Not that I know. I mean, I'm just not that I'm speaking from any position of even a good observer. I'm not, because I've been to one race in my life. I've been to the one big race.
Yeah.
Just to update you, John, Larson finished in 32nd spot. He was 9 laps off the pace, so he was in the second last crash.
Damn it.
I'm with Pops. I mean, I'm on the outside looking in, and I'm not a NASCAR fan. Never really was a big fan. Like I said, I went to a race, spent my hard-earned money to go to a race once. But I'm with him. It has to be that's got to be the biggest difference. There is no there is no life and death danger anymore. That changes everything.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the way I grew up, we had Fireball Roberts, and you had guys that were crazy, and you would lose a driver every 3-4 weeks. Yeah. Now they might not die, but they ended up retiring because they couldn't get the body back together again.
They're all messed up.
Yeah,
like a sandwich. You ever see a soup sandwich?
The last one that retired that way was Junior Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Yeah, because
he had too many concussions.
Ernie Irvan, then retired because detached retina, which is bad for him because he always looked like he was fucked up anyways. So
who's that?
Like Ernie Irvan.
Oh yeah, Ernie
this
was.
This is Ernie Irvan. This is Ernie Irvan in a interview with my dad 2 seconds after getting out of a car.
Yeah.
So basically, if you've seen Letterkenny, how Wayne's always squinting, that was Ernie Irvan. He just dude looked like a Saint Bernard. Just kind of had had these eyes that were just always all the way down. You couldn't tell if he was fucked up or not. And when he was fucked up, which I've seen him fucked up, drunk at a bar in Slinger, Wisconsin.
Yeah,
he's looking at you. His eyes are closed. It's like, how are you seeing me right now? I don't understand what's going on. Are you using the Force? Or what?
Drunk person in Slinger? No.
By the way,
who goes
whoever
to
get a
Slinger
chance,
to get drunk?
You're in Wisconsin in racing season. I highly suggest and highly recommend, and you will not be disappointed, or I will pay for your tickets. You go to Slinger Super Speedway on Sunday nights, right? Yeah. On Sunday nights during the race. It is the craziest, coolest track in the country. I mean, Kaukauna is weird. But Slinger's awesome. Kaukauna is weird because it's got this little kink.
14-second quarter mile.
Well, 14-second quarter mile. It's banked like Daytona. It's a quarter mile.
Kaukauna smells weird.
Yeah.
That's
because it's in paper territory.
Yeah.
It's in paper territory. And
it smells like chlorine.
No, it doesn't smell like chlorine. It smells like rotten wood.
The entire city. I just drove through Kaukauna today. It's like, oh yeah, you can definitely smell when you get there.
Yeah, you know what I didn't realize? Kaukana's got a drag strip too. I didn't realize they got a drag strip on that territory.
That's crazy.
On that property.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that either. All right, so what do we got to look forward to coming up in NASCAR? When does IndyCar kick off? When's that
February 23rd is the test season for Formula One.
Okay.
IndyCar is done with their tests. They're starting March. Hey, look at the date on the IndyCar. The 27th of February is the Firestone Grand Prix of St. Petersburg.
Ooh, all right.
So that we're looking at. Wow, just later this month. That's kind of cool.
It's next week, right? Yeah.
I don't know what the hell's the date today.
20th.
Okay, the 27th. We got an IndyCar race next week.
Woo. It's a street circuit, which are cool to watch, but don't expect a lot of passing or anything like that because that doesn't happen on street circuits. But you'll see St. Petersburg because it's got a long straightaway for the back straight. Because it's on the airport, right?
You'll see passing coming out of that turn. So that part is good. Plus, there'll be a lot of strategy. No ifs, ands, or buts.
They race at the airport. Part of the course is the airport, right?
You got what?
Part of the course is the airport, or am I thinking of a different track?
No, it's all there. Well, it's airport and streets. So
right. Yeah.
But you've got a new team with it's called Michael Shank Racing, Elio Castroneves, and oh God. This is terrible, John. Pagino, Simon Pagino.
Oh, okay.
Now, this is a weird team. This is the team that won the Indianapolis 500 last year with Elio. They won the Daytona 500 earlier this year with Elio and Simon Pagino.
Yeah.
So they are a dominating team. But, is it going to translate to the both racers? They are dominant. They've got two championship racers Elio's won the Indianapolis 500 4 times. Simon's won the Indy Championship, I think, 1 time. So they're gonna be something to look at. You've got the McLaren team is going to be there. Penske's going to be there. Ganassi's going to be there. So I mean, you've got some really, really good competition coming up, and we really don't have an idea of what kind of speeds, because when they go testing, they do not do any official speeds, and so you just got random guys there with a stopwatch, and
like old school.
Really, really hard to tell what the speeds are going to be. But again, that's coming up next week, so that will be awesome to see.
What about Michael? Look, he's shooting for 2024 now.
Yeah.
That's got to piss him off because he's a super patient person. If he didn't detect the sarcasm, people, I was trying to lay on things.
No one can get Michael to talk about his plans.
Yeah.
He will not give an interview. They were able to get Mario, and Mario was able to give quite a few ideas away, but he hasn't talked about sources. They have locked down an engine supplier, which is something you got to have before you get started.
It's going to leak out, though, right? That at least is going to leak out, you think?
Well,
who he's buying the engines from?
Well, probably.
Who do you think it is?
Ferrari is who he's getting the engines from, because Mario's got a great rapport with Ferrari.
Well, they fucking love him because, I don't know, he's Italian.
and he won a championship for him. So,
yes, that helps too.
But then Mario also won a championship for Williams. So there's all kinds of things in there. But to be honest with you, I really think he's going to take over Haas. Haas is going to run this year and next, and say, okay, Michael, here's your team.
Just make sure in the US
because it does not make any sense to start all over. It's just way too expensive to start over. Haas pulled it off. I don't know how he did, but he pulled it off. He's one of the very few teams that has been able to start over with nothing. They didn't have an engine. They didn't have a chassis, and they put it all together. Now, Haas has a Dallara chassis, which eliminates Dallara as a supplier, because the supplier can't provide 2 chassis or 2 different teams with chassis. You have to have a unique chassis. You don't have to have a unique engine. So the fact that he's got an engine lined up, he's got to come up with a chassis, and that's what. But apparently he's got all of his investors have stayed with him. I don't know, $250 million, maybe $350 million is what he had to have lined up to buy the team last year. And they got it there. They negotiated, got together on the price. The price was right, but they wouldn't give up the naming of the team.
Is he in this to make money, or is he in this to slap around a bunch of euros?
Who, Michael?
Yeah.
Michael wants to conquer the world.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He's got IndyCar. He has got Formula E.
Yeah.
He's got
Extreme E too, right?
What is the sports brand? Anyway, he everywhere he goes, he ends up winning. and so that's what Michael wants to do. He wants to remember Michael got his ass whooped in Formula One.
Yeah.
He didn't even finish out his first season with Formula One because things were going so poorly.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't give it the chance he should have. He should have moved to Europe and raced and done all the development work he had to do. But he didn't do it. They didn't have a chance to do all the practice he needed to do. And he did not develop the way he should. He got a finish in the Italian Grand Prix, a 3rd place finish in the Italian Grand Prix. And that was it. That was his only top 5, which is a pretty poor showing considering his old man won the whole championship.
Mm-hmm.
So that Michael's a competitor. There's no ifs, ands, or buts.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't like finishing anywhere other than first place. So it'll be interesting to see what he does. I can't wait to see him do it, to be perfectly honest.
Oh yeah, I know. I was kind of pissed when I saw the story in like 2012. Damn it! Like, really? What if I get hit by a bus? I'm going to see Michael slap around a bunch of euros. This is going to be fucking awesome. Like, I was excited about Haas, but I realized within half of the season that wasn't going to happen. That he barely had enough money to run this son of a bitch, let alone compete with, the top three.
No, Haas has got plenty of money. The problem is,
well, how much money do you commit?
He's a smart businessman, and he's not going to throw good money after bad.
Right.
He doesn't have the chassis he needs because it's a Dallara chassis. It's not developed for him. I shouldn't say. Dallara is producing a chassis to a price, not to win. All right. And so it's never going to be a championship chassis.
Yeah.
It's got to be a one-of-a-kind chassis. And wait till you see. Now, this year, they've got all new specs as far as aerodynamics. So you're going to see a good shuffle between Red Bull, McLaren, and Ferrari as far as who's going to be tough this year. McLaren's got a chance to be tough this year. So now you got 4 teams going for the championship, which will be awesome to see because
they need that. Desperately need that.
Only 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And last year was a fiasco. Apparently, the race director is out at Formula One.
He got fired.
He should have. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know the full details, but apparently he's out. I mean, he made a big mistake, and I can see how he made it. He wanted the show to go on. Now you gotta remember he's working for a company that's a show company, not a racing company.
Yeah.
And the theory is, you got to show racing, you don't show other stuff.
Yeah.
If you don't show racing, you didn't get the job done. And so he let something happen, which shouldn't have happened. He let a team get in and get a pit stop and come out with fresh tires, start right behind the leader, and the leader's on old tires. And they only got 1 lap to go. What do you think?
That's all she wrote.
Yep. As soon as they stated that, I said, well, that's over with.
Yep.
And that was pretty ugly. But that's Formula One racing. It's a funny thing. They said in March they're going to come out with answers to what happened.
Oh, okay. Well, good luck with that.
They're going to take 4 months to figure out what happened and take corrective action. So.
What a joke. All right. So we got to squeeze in. The HFFIC is out of town, so I do not believe it's going on, so we can run a little late if you want. But we got to do some NHL. We got some MMA, and I need a cigarette because somebody was smoking on air in front of me, and I wasn't even thinking about it until it happened. So I'm going to run up, get a cigarette, poke.
Wait a minute.
Damn it, Pook.
You're doing the Saturday night show, don't you?
No.
You don't?
No, he'll if he does, he like takes himself out and we talk amongst ourselves until he gets back.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
If you enjoy smoking that much, why don't you just bundle up and do your show outside?
Because I don't lick windows or ride a short bus.
Actually, today wouldn't even be that bad. It was like 50 out here.
You're letting him get away with that?
I mean, what the hell? I mean, okay, he's talking about licking windows and this and that. The guy's from Wisconsin. You tell me he can do this from a shanty, and I'm the window licker? If he really likes smoking that much, he could set up a little shanty and have a freaking smoke a cigarette. And I'm the guy that I can figure that out, right? He can't figure that out. He can't figure out how to stay warm.
The ice shanty special. That sounds interesting.
Yeah. I mean, and he could smoke he could chain smoke. And I'm the idiot. He can't figure that out, but I'm the idiot. Okay. I guess so.
All right.
Well, let's get into some. What are we doing?
Yeah, we're going to talk some hockey.
Well,
actually, I didn't even really. I don't have a ton of NHL. Actually, I was going to talk more about the Olympic hockey, but
okay. How's the Olympic hockey go?
But first, because I don't know, people like to hear about my daughter at some point. She had a tournament this weekend, so I'll get into that first, and then I'll get into the actual news stuff. So they had the top, basically 3 of the top 4 teams in the state that are going to the state tournament were at this tournament. My daughter's team had to play the number 2 team in the state today, and the finals of the pool play. And they're playing against a team they're playing against is ranked 2 in the state and 6 in the nation. They were tied 2-2, going in 16 seconds left in the game, and we pulled my daughter out of the game with 16 seconds left in a tie game, and the face-off was on our side of the ice because in pool play, apparently the games could end in a tie, and we would have lost the tiebreaker by 1 goal. So even though she had 27 saves on 29 shots,
what they did made sense because they could not. There was no way to win.
It makes sense at that point, but when you're sitting there watching it live and you don't realize what's going on, it's like, and then, okay, we give up an empty net goal right off the face-off because the face-off was in our zone and we don't have a goalie in. It's like, what are we doing? So, yeah, they lost. But
you don't give up your goalie until you got control of the puck.
Yeah, with 16 seconds left, you get control of the puck and then skate down the ice. And by the time she gets to the bench, there's no time left on the clock to get that extra attacker on. But I didn't know the game could end in a tie. So it's like, oh, we just go into a shootout and then she'll beat this other goalie in the shootout because we got outshot 2-1, but the score was 2-2. we got outshot. I think it was 29-13.
Ooh.
Going into that last 16 seconds. So in the end, we got outshot 30-13 on a 3-2 loss. But but the good news is they'll get a chance for revenge in the second round at the state tournament. But now, all right, getting into the Olympics. So a lot of this stuff actually Chris Benoit already put here in the chat as far as the men's side. So the U.S. team, they looked like they were having a great Olympics until this week because they had in pool play they beat the Canadian team for the first time in 12 years, took the number 1 overall seed going into the bracket part after pool play was done, and then immediately got eliminated by Slovakia in the quarterfinals. So they had a great pool play, and then they lost. I believe it was in a shootout actually to Slovakia to get eliminated. Slovakia ended up going on and winning their first ever medal in hockey by getting the bronze medal, and they beat Sweden in the bronze medal match. And then moving forward, then Finland met the Russian Olympic Committee, which, I mean, the whole Russia thing with the Olympics is another subject. What's the point of suspending a country and then saying, "Oh, but you can still compete"? It's like, well,
that's like impeaching a president and let me president.
You can't hang your flag, but you can compete under the Olympic flag. It's not like when they win their medals, the country doesn't still brag about it. If you're gonna ban, they got caught in that doping scandal. If you're gonna be serious about it, then be serious about it. Otherwise, it's just a show. It's nothing real. And
well, I mean, did you hear the excuse they gave why she popped for that drug?
The figure
grandpa's drug. Look, it doesn't matter how it happened.
The figure skating thing is so. Yeah, the figure skating thing, I don't cover figure skating, but yeah, we can get into that a little bit. How are you going to have somebody pop for a performance-enhancing drug and still let them compete, but during the Summer Olympics, you wouldn't let Shari Richardson run for smoking marijuana, which isn't even a performance-enhancing drug.
Unless there's an ice cream sandwich at the end of the track. Yeah. But no, I think what it is because KGB, GRU, FSB, not KGB, FSB has info on the people to control that. They're like, look, we can't make you not disallow this, but we can make you hold and wait for a decision, which will happen after the Olympics. It's always been the Olympics is a proxy war between powerful nations. That's all it is. That's all it's ever been.
Yeah. And Russia's sitting on the border, and the fucking Olympic Committee's like, oh, well, we're afraid of Russia. We don't want to be the reason they start a war.
Yeah.
So they're just like, oh, we're just gonna let this slide. But yeah, that's bullshit. If you made Cherie sit, you should have made this skater sit too.
Yeah, for popping for weed. Are you fucking serious? Yeah. She's a sprinter. Who gives a shit? Who cares about the electric lettuce?
That makes no sense.
No, it doesn't.
I mean, she's a sprinter.
She smokes weed. That's great. Good for her.
She should be rewarded. Give her another medal. Come on.
She has to regulate her eating, her diet, and train, and the hours that go into that.
Yes.
Insane. I'm a runner. I'm a distance runner. Don't ask me to run fast unless I'm in a baseball cleats. For whatever reason, I'm quite quick. But they put me on a track and a 40-yard dash. I think T's gonna beat me. To be honest, I think he is. Well, he's younger, so that helps. But I'm definitely gonna beat Pook and Pops and Richie. But I think T's gonna beat me. I'm not quick at it like that, but Jesus, I mean, all the work she put in, and you knock her out for weed. You fucking just. Meanwhile, you're doing lines at a party the night after you make that decision off some escort girl you paid $10,000 for, and hey, don't you think it's kind of hypocritical that we kept that girl out for smoking weed? No.
Meanwhile, you're letting John, who's now Jill, play.
Oh, I promise. I wanted to get into this last night.
I'm not really into the identity stuff, but Cherie could also be like, "What? You kicked me out because I'm black?" Basically, because the Russian chick's white. You could make the argument. Everybody.
Well, yeah, it's been made enough, but yeah.
I hate to sidetrack off the NHL thing, but I want to talk about this last night, and I didn't really get into it as much as I wanted to. So the transgender who don't have boobs and haven't cut off their junk, but identify as women, are actually biological males. Sweet, crushed the Ivy League swimming tournament.
Well, not completely.
You say? You think?
Not completely.
No, because the other transgender was a female transitioning to male.
Yeah.
So there's two transgender in there, and they both won championships.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's.
How crazy have we gotten? Holy fucking shit! Like I literally saw there was a Title IX commercial at the start of the Super Bowl. Like how we triumph and we give women the equal opportunity in sports.
No, we don't.
Yeah, but you're the same fucks that are letting men call themselves women without doing hormones, without cutting off their junk and folding it and doing all stuff. And you're allowed to compete. I mean, it is the most unfair shit ever. And you're okay with it because they represent less than 3% of the population in this country. And you coddle them, and you destroy the dreams of women who have since they were little girls have trained, been disciplined, fought, and competed. And you're crushing these girls' dreams because I'm sorry. I can't do everything that some men do. I've seen Shaq. I've met Warren Sapp. I looked at that man and shook his hand. I'm like, oh my God, what is this? Why do you have two hands shaking my hand? That's how big that man was. I understand that. But he put me up against a 180-pound woman and beat the brakes off of her. All right? It's unfair.
Gene
what are you
called
doing?
you out for shots. FYI.
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. It's not the bar, man. People do it anyways. But
you're exactly correct. And, what kind of message are we sending? It sends a mixed message. Yeah, we want to say, well, first you say, well, we want to protect our women. Then you say, but wait a minute. They don't have the right to be protected. What is it? Either do we protect our women or do we not protect our women? Okay.
Yeah.
No, this seems to be going just as planned, guys. It really does.
How you Look, what's the plan?
The plan
is make sense.
Divide and conquer. Make nothing make sense. Divide and conquer. These billionaire bankers are behind all this shit. The more you look into it, the more just look into it for yourself with these guys. Klaus Schwab, the Build Back Better group, all these guys. I'm telling you, it's not a new world order conspiracy when they're running the plays right in your face, right under your nose. I mean, this is all part of this transgender agenda is all part of that shit. I mean, there's no.
Who's the person who does this though? Like, I would love to interview these assholes who. Oh,
Klaus Play interviews. Go look into Klaus.
No. I'm talking about the actual athletes. Pull back a little. I'm talking about the athletes.
These people are confused, bro.
Wake up and go. I've always felt weird and out of place, so I must be a woman. Therefore, I determine that I am a woman. Therefore, I'm going to compete.
You just said it.
How do you smoke the competition and go?
You just said it. You just said it though.
I'm great. This guy, one of the guys that is in this, was like I think he was 161st in the country or something like that as far as ranking. He
was way lower than Leo, whatever that. Way lower. Who sent me? Somebody sent me that comparison today.
Yeah,
actually.
And now he's number one. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, that's what he's stuck.
Was it?
You said it right.
I'll give you a DNA test. You're a dude.
No, he was like,
sorry.
He was ranked like 400 something. Somebody sent me this earlier.
I stood on it that NTA apparently backed off their ruling, and they're going to let Lila or whatever her name is compete in the national championships.
Look, my uncle had a great saying. He'd say, "Is there a hole in top of my head?" He said, "No." I said, "Are my eyes cross-eyed?" He said, "No." He said, "Well, quit blowing smoke on my ass. Quit using my head as a chimney." He said,
"Look, we still can tell if they're XY or an XX.
Yes,
and that's it.
Do genetics, and boom, you're done. That's what you are.
Yep.
Yes, that's what.
You can't change the XX and XY.
You want to live your
life. You cannot scrub it out of your body.
That you want to live your life that way. That's fine. I have no beef with that at all. Whatever whatever floats your boat. I'm okay with that. But when you compete,
that's an unfair advantage. That's an unfair advantage.
Hugely unfair advantage.
Yeah,
my wife is tough as shit. She is tough as nails. Can I take her? Yeah, with my left arm. It's not fair. It's bullshit. We're built different.
Yeah. It was it's not my wife trying to fight me. I'm in my background. You really? Seriously? Come on. No, it's stupid. It's not, and the longer we let this go on, the dumber we're all getting for putting up with this shit. There's states now.
Thank you, Richie. All she's gonna do is squirt some olive oil on the floor. Watch you fucking go ass over a tea kettle and then just boom. She's gonna outsmart you. She can't go hands with you, but she'll outsmart you. I know that lady.
Hey, listen, I ain't afraid to admit it. My wife's a genius. She's smarter than me. That's it. I ain't afraid to admit it. I ain't afraid to admit it at all. Okay, she can whip my ass emotionally. All right, let's get that established.
Oh, yeah, well, that's women's little trick. Is emotionally they can absolutely destroy us. Anything else? I mean, I was all hyped up. I told my wife that hey, we might have to actually watch the Genocide Olympics. And she goes, why? I said, well, Team USA is doing really well. And then boom, fucking the next day I said they got knocked out. I'm like, shit,
the Squid Games.
Yeah, they got squidded out. Fuck.
Speaking of, I gotta find that too. I do got a few more hockey things though. So and then there's, the women's division. All you really got to care about is the gold, silver medal game because every year it is the U.S. versus Canada, or you could also consider it the Wisconsin Badgers alumni game, considering the amount of players on both teams. Canada, for the Badger alumni, is on Canada. They got Kristen Campbell, Emily Clark, Anne Renee Desbin, Debine, my Canadian name. The French names I screw up. Sarah Nurse, Blair Turnbull. And then on the U.S. team, you had Alex Rigsby, Cavallini, Brianna Decker, who got hurt in the first round and missed most of the Olympics, Caroline Harvey, Hillary Knight, and Abby Roque, all played for the Wisconsin Badgers in college. So you want to see who's going to play in the Olympics? Watch the Badgers women's team.
Jeez.
But this game also, there was interesting thing. Canada did end up beating Team USA to take back the gold medal after the Team USA had won the last time. Like I said, it sucks. Brianna Decker got hurt in the first round game against Finland, so she missed the rest of the Olympics. I don't know.
Mask on?
I don't know if they did play. They did play with masks on for one of their games, I think.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, because one of the players for the team they were playing against tested positive, so the Canadian team did play with masks on when they played.
Oh my fucking
Russia,
God.
I think maybe. I did see that. I can't remember what team it was that they were playing against, but they did wear masks for one of their games during the Olympics.
Fucking stupid. So stupid.
I know. It is.
Oh my God.
It is what it is.
You got the best variant of this disease in 2 years out. And tell you, I forgot to mention this on the bar last night. Michelle and James had doctor's appointments this week. She went ahead and got tested for the antigens, basically see if she had COVID. Because I was like, I got it, and I gave it to you, and I gave it to James, and James shook it off in like 6 hours. Fucking dude's a beast because he puts everything in his mouth and.
Right, that's what kids do.
That's what kids do, right? Michelle had it worse than I did, and she's one of the rock star immune system, and it came up. Yeah, she was positive for it.
The reason the Canadians wore the masks for the game against Russia was because Russia refused to give out COVID test results, which again, they're not even competing as Russia. They're the Olympic athletes from Russia. So isn't it the Olympic Committee that's supposed to be in charge of them, not Russia?
Listen, hey. All you need to remember about Canada, and I want you all to repeat this for me, okay? Here we go. It was a dark of the moon on the 6th of June, and the kids were pulling logs. And that's all you need to remember. That's all you need to remember, okay?
I like it.
The convoy. That's right.
Blaine wants to be on the show.
Well, send me a DM, man.
Yeah, I might actually, next week, I might miss the show, too, because of Sammy's tournament in Monroe, so... There might be an open seat.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, just send me a DM and we'll talk, brother. That's how it rolls.
Yeah, and then there was one other little piece of Olympic history that was made in this women's championship game. So, Marie-Philip Pauline of the Canadian team set kind of a record by becoming the first player to score a goal in the gold medal game in 4 straight Olympics.
Wow.
So she's scored goals. She's scored goals in the championship game in 2010, 2014, 2018, and 2022 now.
Damn.
Had a goal in the gold medal game. So that's kind of a new record there. NHL wise, biggest news really that and Chris just sent me this during the show while we were on air. Even though the Canadians won today, the rest of the chips fell into place that they became the earliest team in NHL history to be eliminated from the playoffs a year after being in the Stanley Cup final. They were in the Stanley Cup final last year, and now they become the first team in NHL history to be eliminated this early in a season.
That's fucking horrible.
Yeah, they're pretty much in fire sale. They're pretty much in fire sale mode right now. They already traded Tyler Toffoli out to the Calgary Flames. I'm sure there's going to be more players to come that are going to be getting traded out of Montreal. Yeah, they've been crazy bad this year, but. Is what it is, I guess.
This just in. This is an incredibly really important. Team LeBron is leading Team Durant in the NBA All-Star game.
Oh, I didn't even know that was going on right now.
Who gives a shit?
Nobody cares.
Nobody gives a shit.
It's fucking embarrassing.
NBA is still a thing.
It rated enough to get on major major. I mean, the broadcasting. It's on TNT.
What did
They have at least 100,000 people.
You know when the NBA actually lost me? You know when they lost me? They put in that thing that you had to wear suits coming into the game and whatnot. You had to dress up, and people were pissed about it. I'm like, you fucking spoiled bitches. I'm done.
Yep. Kiss my ass. Yep.
People used to go to baseball games, patrons in suits. All right, like I'm sorry, a man doesn't look any better than he does in a suit, except for a dress blues. Even the ugliest dude on the planet wearing dress blues can pull some ass, but a suit is a real close second. And why wouldn't you want to look good? You got all this money, go buy a $15,000 suit. Trust me, you know when a suit is nice. I put on a suit when I was buying one for my wedding, and I put it on, and I'm like, oh my god, this is it. This is a suit. Pulled it off, looked at the price tag, $3,500. I'm like, fuck. No wonder it looks good. Jesus. But that's 30 seconds of work for you as an NBA player, and you can't swing. You're upset about wearing a suit? I was done. Right there, I was done. I'm like, I'm sorry. You represent a professional franchise. You're a professional. A lot of people expect professionals to go to work in suits, and you have a problem with this? Like, holy shit. All you got to do is call your agent and say, hey, find some suit company. Sponsor me. Yeah. Give me free suits. So fucking hard. Oh, I gotta put on a suit. I think half it was because a lot of them didn't know how to tie a fucking Windsor knot. That's I think what it was. I don't want to wear this because I don't know how to do this. Bitches. Yeah. Fuck the NBA. I'm so done. You blow on somebody. Foul. Yep. If you blow twice on them real quick, it's a technical +2, and you might be ejected from the game. If you blow on, especially LeBron James, whose hairline is hilariously receding, and I fucking love it because it makes him look like a human being. But, you know, he's got wealth, so good for him.
If I was a player and I needed to wear a suit, I'd be calling the Men's Warehouse for that sponsorship.
Dude, I'd be wearing the most outrageous shit ever. I've been wearing crazy suits every game. No, just give me weird shit.
You get the Men's Warehouse, and then you come in like, we're going to win this game. I guarantee.
Yeah, come here. Dude, that could look like a pimp, like an old country pimp.
Yes,
you know what the hell?
They didn't say what kind of suit. They just said you had to wear a suit. So have fun with it. If you don't like it, then go crazy with it and make them look like idiots for making the rule. But when you complain about the rule, it's
I know it.
You're not going to win that fight. Yeah, you're not going to win that fight. You're being posh. You're being
bunch of prima donna bitches. They are, man.
All right, we gotta get some MMA in here too. Since the Asian fight
season can watch it, so we can't have an MMA.
Oh, I thought he said he had some. I didn't know he didn't have any. Oh, he's like, fuck that, I'm out. Screw you guys. Fuck this. I'm done. Kiss my ass. Peace.
It says he's still in here with audio.
He said he's on her.
Here, he lost my camera feed.
There he is.
Oh. I'm back. I'm gone. I'm back. I'm back. The poop's back. The poop's back. What's up? Talk to me. So you say I do well. I have a little bit of MMA news. You know, we had Platinum Mike Perry fighting the Let Me Bang Bro Julian. What the hell's the guy's last name? Julian. It's on the tip of my tongue. Pull up the picture and maybe it'll come to me, or maybe we can read it right off of his trunks. Lane, Julian Lane, that's it. Julian, let me think Lane. Yeah, that's the guy. Oh yeah, that's the guy. And it was a bloody mess, and it's on YouTube for free. So I'd check that out if I were you guys. Also in the same event, Chad Mendes, former UFC star, fought Connor at one point, challenged for the title, lost to Connor. Won last night, 4-round TKO. It was a big night of bare knuckle boxing action last night. And you had UFC Fight Night 201 last night. That also occurred, and your homeboy, Johnny Walker, got knocked the F out, bro.
Nice.
Do you hear what I said? Nice. Yeah. Oh, and you love that guy, man. I thought you were a fan.
I am, but I like
whatever.
I hate the decision to go to the card. That one. I hate it.
Yeah, is he allowed to play it?
No, I didn't see that part.
Is he allowed to play it?
Oh no, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Oh,
no, is
all right.
is,
I won't play it then.
Yeah.
Is T allowed to play it? No.
No. If it's copyrighted, they'll hit us.
What if it's someone in the crowd take a video? Can we put that on?
That you can probably do. Yes.
If you got something like that, T, you can find. Because it might be worth taking a look at. I haven't seen the knockout yet. I've only seen still footage myself, but he was starched. He was like out.
The video I got is off of the UFC's Facebook page, and
yeah, I don't think. It's already on Facebook. Put it on Facebook.
It's different. Yeah. Facebook. If it's somebody's cell phone footage, we can get away with that. But
it's not. Yeah, it's not cell phone footage.
Then you can't get away with that.
Yeah, it comes across with the UFC ESPN Plus logo. So
no,
I'd love to see. I haven't seen it yet, and I haven't seen any of those fights from last night. I need to get caught up. I am going to watch the card. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. I didn't have the time. Very busy man right now. Anyway, upcoming in the UFC, we have George Masvidal squaring off against Colby Covington. That's going to be the big pay-per-view, the next big thing. So who do you guys got?
I got Masvidal. I already said earlier. Yeah.
You called Jorge George?
Yeah, George, you put him pipe.
Man, you got to put some respect on that.
Oh, man. I'll tell you what. If George Masvidal wants to kick my ass for not saying his name in Spanish, I don't know what to tell you, dude. I hope not. Who do you got in that fight?
Jeez. Yeah, that's a tough one. That's going to be a good fight. I think I'm going to go Colby.
I got Colby, too. I will bet Minnie, though. Minnie, you want to make a wager? What kind of wager you want to make? Are you going to pay up for
It's a tough call. I mean, I could be convinced to either side, but I lean towards Colby.
What are you thinking?
I like Colby. I don't know, man. It's got to be something that has some kind of meaning, man, because, you all skate out of these things somehow.
Oh, man. The gauntlet was laid it down right there. It's laid down.
Here come the memes again.
Yeah, here come the memes. I don't know, man. Let the crew figure it out. Like, what's the punishment if one of us loses? Like, I don't care. Go for it. It's got to be something easily accomplished but embarrassing. How about that? So I don't care. I'm taking Jorge, so I'm locked in. Have to be locked in. You guys come up with something.
Well, I'd say wear somebody, another person's apparel, but I mean, you've already did that.
Yeah. Yes, we have.
You've already did that, and Pook didn't want to hold up his end, if I remember right, or took you forever.
No, it was me.
No, it was Minnie.
It was you. I'm sorry.
It was me.
I apologize. It was Minnie.
I couldn't find a Yankees cap in Cincinnati. Weird. I had to order it from fucking Amazon.
You don't say.
Yeah. Like, they're just lying on the fucking shelves and shit.
I got a hard time believing that, man. There's New York fans everywhere.
Dude, it's Cincinnati. It's a city of 350,000 people, all right? It's not Chicago. It's not Columbus. It's not Kansas City.
They got two teams.
How big's Columbus?
A little over 1 million, I think. Like 1.2, something like that.
I see.
It's like Indianapolis, about that size,
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. You guys come up with it. I don't care. Like, I already made my pick. Come up with the bet. I don't give a shit.
Hell, cash is king.
Well, I mean, it would be easy to make John wear a Michigan hat.
Oh, God.
Oh, hell.
All right.
Chris Benoit just sent me a knockout meme here. I got it. Yeah, I got to put this up.
Michigan. Oh, God. Pardos might open up a space portal and kill me just for wearing it in his fucking house. He, like that. All right, I'll take that. All right.
Write it down.
We got to come up with something for Pook.
All right, Pook.
There's something equally horrible for him. Like, come on. Like, to me, to put on a Michigan hat risks my life. All right? Like, literally risks my life. All right?
You make Pook wear an Army hat.
Oh,
there might be something to that. I don't
know. Not only in the Army, like a National Guard.
Hey,
that's it.
I came up with a bad one for John. I got to come up with a bad one for Pook.
A National Guard one.
Guard lid.
Yeah.
I was gonna have him deck out in Packer gear, but whatever.
But you can explain that away. Aaron Rodgers, blah blah blah. National Guard, right there. That you can't explain that. All right.
Yeah.
No,
that's how much I love that.
How about National Guard Reserves?
God. Is there even a thing?
I don't know, but it sure would look good on.
It sounded good.
I was thinking about joining National Guard and went to one of their drill weekends. I'm like, nope, no fucking way. I'm not fighting with these guys. No fucking way. Nope. Sorry. I take my boys like 6 years out of the Marine Corps over any of these dudes. Like, it was terrible. It was like, no, you want to pay me active duty pay 2 weeks a year. And 1 week in a month. No, it's not good enough. No fucking way. I'm not getting deployed with you fucking idiots. They were idiots. I can't believe.
They were dumb. They were dumb. Yeah. Unfortunately, I went from the Marines to the National Guard, and it was a culture shock. Culture shock.
Oh yeah.
They
didn't like you at first.
They didn't like me at all.
No. Yeah, exactly. You're like, what the fuck is going on? What's wrong with you people? What are you doing right now? What are you doing?
They kept saying, slow down. Slow down?
Slow down. I'm a Marine.
Yeah.
You can't keep up with me? Hello?
Yeah. I said, I'm 6'2", 205. You should keep it, whatever. No. Yeah.
All right.
I don't eat.
Is that acceptable to you? You gotta wear some
man, I ain't wearing that freaking bullshit. I'll wear some Packer shit. I can explain that away. I can just tell everybody it was for Gay Pride Week.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Jokes.
I got a 5-minute slot for you if you need a mic.
Hey, if there's one person I always thought should have been a stand-up comedian, it's fucking Pook. Honestly, really.
That's a good start right there. Yeah.
He's fucking hilarious. Always has been.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got to go with some boys, or maybe we don't have to do it now because when's the fight, Pook?
2 weeks, I believe, like 2 weeks.
Right.
I think
another week to come up with.
Yeah, I think there actually might be a fight night in between that pay-per-view and now. There might be. I don't have any notes in front of me. I don't have a computer to look off of. I'm on my cell phone. I'm on a short trip out here to California, and that's what I got. I only got what's in my noggin. I believe it's like 2 weeks away. I'm pretty. I believe it's either 2 or 3 weeks away. I believe there's one fight night in between the pay-per-view.
Huh. All right, Chris looked it up for us.
Right on.
Nice, thank you, Chris. All right, yeah, let's go to next week. Have a decision by next week.
There you go.
Sounds good.
All right.
I gotta get going.
All right, yeah, we do gotta close it up. So, final thoughts, Richie, you're the last to join. So, first out.
All right, man. Guys, thank y'all. Appreciate it. Listen, man, I have a great time on here with you guys as usual. You know what I'm saying? We good at camaraderie and everything, and appreciate it coming on. I can't believe Minnie and I tied. Damn, I heard that one come on. Right? Tied to what? I'm thinking we actually got some of that shit right.
We beat the freaking gambling expert on the show.
Yeah. something that's bad. That's bad. Okay.
He's getting fucking flip out right now. What?
That's bad. Okay. That's bad. Well, it ain't so bad though.
Gambling expert on this show for sure.
It ain't so bad though. If the gambling expert won at cards that night, then it's okay.
Did you win at cards that night?
Yes, I did. But that's beside the point. The point that I'd make in my full defense is I never did say I was a handicapping expert.
Oh, all right. Okay.
No. Okay. Is that kind of gambling?
No, well, I know, man. I know all about it, though. I know all about sports.
I know you do.
Yeah, you do.
I know you do.
As far as like my picks, I'm not telling you to take my picks. And if I tell you to take my picks, take my pick because I probably got some good stuff. Sometimes I do got some, man. People come to me with good stuff. Man. Last year, I got some real good information on some stuff. People come to me with some stuff sometimes.
We've got some bad information too. Don't listen to him about baseball. Don't listen to him about baseball though.
My God. Like I said, though, I love you guys, man. Anytime y'all need me to come on, I'll be glad to come on with y'all.
You're welcome every Sunday, man.
Make sure you check me out on Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Central Time. Me and my new co-host we have on there. We do a lot of funny stuff.
Who's your new co-host?
His name's Commander Alan Reed. He's a commander of Post 33, American Legion Post in Cameron, Missouri. He's an Army veteran, a good dude. This Tuesday, I don't know if y'all know who he is or not, but I got Pete Barlow coming on. He's a comic.
Yeah. I've had him on the bar a bunch of times.
Yep, he's coming. He's going to be on there with me on Tuesday. I interview him. He's going to talk about he's got upcoming Comic-Con he's got coming on. So, got that coming up. And I'll see y'all guys another time, all right?
You better tell that dude to give me a call. Just saying.
I will. I'll let him know.
Yeah, absolutely. Please do, because we kept trying to do an interview, but he was over in Korea, and like the time thing was like not.
Oh yeah, it was terrible.
So, yeah.
Well, anyway, I appreciate it, guys.
Absolutely, Richie.
Just so you know, there's no way to have a good church service without a pimp.
And the Lord said, "That's right."
All right, brother. Poke. What you got in between? Smoking in front of me, you asshole.
First of all, Muslims were right about women. That's number one. All right.
What are you doing to me? Stop trolling the fucking video, you dickhead.
Just came out swinging.
It was fun while it lasted.
Not only that, you're now sideways. Way to go.
You asshole. They were so going to get flagged for that shit.
Please direct all your comments to Pook. That's P-O-O-K. P-O-O-K.
A.K.A. Anton Christensen.
Anton Christensen, that's right.
Jesus Christ. You know that dude's been my friend for, almost 26 years? That's insane. He's been in my wedding. I've been in one of his weddings. We've both been married. Well, no, I think he's only on 2. I'm on 3, but there's a common thread. They used to call us frickin' frack. The command. Literally. I literally heard our XO go, "Where the fuck is frickin' frack?" Literally. That's insane. That's absolutely insane. I love that dude with all my heart. He and his favorite thing to do. I don't know why I collect friends like this. Like T's one of the only ones who doesn't do it. But I collect friends who troll the fucking shit out of me for some reason. I don't know why. I think it's because they know that I'll snap like that. And I got that from my mom, not from Pops. Because Pops is not like that. I'm like, my mom is like, it's on a dime, just boom, from 0 to 1,000 miles an hour, pissed off in a second. And Pook knows this, and so he trolls the shit out of me, and most of the time I fall for it. I love him, though. He's a good fucking dude. He's my brother. He's a Marine. Fucking A. But, all right, T, what you got?
Well, take care of each other out there. I guess, be watching out for each other.
What's that on your hat?
What's on my hat? The let's go. Let's go. Let's go, Brandon A. Let's go.
I didn't check to see whether that team I don't know if that team got the Daytona. I know they're not allowed to use "Let's Go, Brandon," but
yeah, last last I heard, that got like NASCAR suspended that. Jackasses.
No, there's no way they can suspend him for
They
that.
can't suspend that. That's free to speak.
No, they just blocked the
they
ability for them to put it on the car.
Yeah, that's what I meant. They didn't suspend him from
Yeah,
racing.
they told him he couldn't use it on
suspended
car.
the sponsor
Now,
from being
when
on
he
the
loses
car.
the sponsor, I don't know if he had the money to go to Daytona. So I have to look that up too.
Yeah.
All right. Pops, final thoughts.
F1 is practice this week, so we get to see what the F1 cars are like.
Cool.
You know, so many of them released cars, but some of them were computer generated, so we really don't know what they look like, and we won't know until they show up on the track this week. So
okay,
when we see that, we'll have copies so everybody can see.
Awesome. My final thoughts. Remember, never take a permanent solution to a temporary problem. We're here for you. We are debut a new show, not this Monday, but next Monday with God, how do you pronounce her name again? So I don't
Kiana?
Yeah, okay. Why is that so fucking
hard? Kiana and Stephanie and Lisa.
She is a veteran and veteran advocate out west, and she's gonna have a show on Monday night. She's oh my god, this girl is golden. Like, she's fucking hilarious. Yeah, it was Texas. Yeah, Texas. She's golden. She's hilarious. She's funny. Takes no shit. Takes no prisoners. She's gonna stake some shit up here in VRS. I hope, and I can't wait for her to work with her and make that show happen. Other than that, thank you for tuning in the show. If you've seen this now, later, not live, please share it out wherever you can. We appreciate it. And if you haven't, give VRS a like and a follow and click the bell so you know when things are going live. Make sure you do that. That helps. Go over to World Radio Show and do that. World Radio Entertainment and do that as well. And like one of my favorite comedians that my dad introduced me to, because I couldn't watch horror shows, but I could watch Richard Pryor, George Carlin, and Red Fox. Go figure that out. Have a good night, and God bless every single one of you.